Hi everyone, welcome to Whisky Web Wednesday. Leon Webb here, bringing another video full of whisky, distilling and distillery type information. So for this video I would like to talk more about distilling education. There's a lot of people out there that have maybe just landed their dream job at a distillery, or maybe they've just decided to change career and go into the world of making whisky, gin or vodka, and you're wondering, okay, how can I learn more about this? Well, this video will show you some of the resources that are available for new distillers and anyone who's looking to get into the industry, or maybe just somebody who's distilling at home and wants to learn more about the science of distilling and different techniques that they can use to improve their spirits. So, here is the magic board with some of the key resources for you. Number one, this is where I went to university, Heriot-Watt, and the key program for most new professional distillers is the Master in the Science of Brewing and Distilling. Now this is a fantastic program. It lasts for a full year and it allows you to learn all the science from start to finish in terms of grain, distilling, maturation. There's even things about process engineering, sensory analysis, and it's just a great way of meeting industry contacts and being with like-minded people in a fun learning environment. And there's a couple of ways of doing this. You can actually pay by the course, which is a nice option if you just want to learn about one specific area, or you can do a 2-year part-time course, or you can do the full MSc in 1 year at the university. So I would go for the latter option. The full Masters is a great way to do it. Just take a year off work, learn about nothing but distilling for a whole year, and you'll come out all the better for it. Another key institution is the Institute of Brewing and Distilling, and this is great for people all around the world that maybe don't have the opportunity to go to Edinburgh to Heriot-Watt University. So the Institute of Brewing and Distilling is more online based learning. So you've got 4 different levels in the world. We've got paddlers, swimmers and divers, and then really technical deep divers, and it kind of reflects the 4 levels here. You can do foundations in distilling, that's the first level, a general certificate in distilling, a diploma in distilling, or finally master distiller. So there are increasing levels of difficulty. Each has maybe 1 module all the way up to 5 modules for the master distiller, and then each module tends to work out at about £400 to £500. So you might be looking at about £2,500 for the master distiller qualification there. But it's a great way of starting with a strong foundation and building up your learning bit by bit. So a good one, you know, if you first day in the job, maybe take the foundations first, then after a few months when you're feeling a bit more confident, go into the next level, and then go all the way to master distiller. So one of the things I was doing today at Shelter Point Distillery was actually training a new distiller. So, and this is why it's all kind of fresh in the mind, like how can I help people in that position who are looking to learn more about their new subject of love. And next up we've got journals. There's some great scientific journals out there. So you might know a lot about the different types of whisky in terms of brands, etc. But if you want to learn more about the science of whisky, there's 2 really good ones. The Journal of the Institute of Brewing, which is actually related to the Institute of Brewing and Distilling here, and also the American Society of Brewing Chemists. Some of the articles in these journals can be quite technical in nature, very scientific, but if you stick with it and keep reading those articles, it will become more familiar and you'll get a broader vocabulary of some of the terms used in distilling science and some of the chemistry as well. So fantastic resources. Also podcasts. So if you like learning, say you're on the tube on the way to work or on the bus, then you can listen to things like Distilling Craft is a good podcast where they talk a lot about different distillation techniques and different things that you can do in the world of distilling. It's more American based, but it's definitely a great way of getting more information from other places. Also, if you're more into the news side of things, there's Whisky Cast, which has some great information as well about what's happening in the wider world of whisky, for example. In terms of books, there's some great books out there. Whisky, this is Technology, Production and Marketing. Very good scientific base to that book. It'll give you a strong foundation in how it's all done in the more professional environment. So up here we're talking more academic, here we're talking more about how does it apply to industry. So it's a great way of getting both sides there. And then from all this I thought, okay, how can we progress things further? We've got these great resources out there, and I thought, well, there's a Home Distillers club on Facebook, which is about 11,000 members, and that's more your kind of like amateur style of club, people that just do it for the love at home. But we could also do a more professional based club, so maybe unite the distillers from around the world in a distillers club. And I thought maybe we could call it Distillers United International. And then I realised the acronym was DUI, which is driving under the influence, so maybe not the best name. So if you can think of any good names out there for a distilling club, or if indeed you have a desire to become part of this club, then please give me a comment below or get in touch, and I'd love to hear your thoughts about maybe creating more of that kind of forum environment where all the distillers around the world can actually share information, and we can talk about maybe different issues or troubleshoot things that we've had in our respective distilleries. So that was one of my ideas. And the other one was maybe a mentor. So if you're new to the industry and you want to learn quickly, it's really nice just to touch into a mentor, maybe on a monthly basis, just to have a sounding board. You know, if you're stuck on anything and you want to learn anything, then it's great to have somebody who's been around for a while and seen some of the different solutions to the problems that occur. So I would like to put myself out there as a distilling mentor as well. So if anyone's new to the industry and would like to form a personal connection, then I'd be more than happy to introduce myself over the phone and talk to you about that. So please do get in touch if that would appeal. And lastly, if you've got any ideas at all in terms of how to further and progress distilling education, I'd love to hear them. No matter what level you are, just yeah, it's all about getting all boats to rise on a rising tide. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Thanks for joining me, and I'd love to hear your comments on distilling education and how to improve things further. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thanks.